Hello there, YouTube! This is Wheelchair21, and this is Transformers Thursdays, a bi-weekly Transformers review segment that I have on my channel here. Anyways, we're going to look at a old Transformer toy, which is Legends Devastator from Revenge of the Fallen. Honestly, I didn't forget I had this thing, but I kind of lost track of where I put it. I wanted to do it a long time ago when I got it from a friend of mine, the Visible Ninja, but somehow, I put it away for safekeeping, and, about 4 years later, finally find it. So, yeah, that was a thing, but I'm glad I got it out now, and perfect time, too, because, yeah, like I said, this is the bi-weekly Transformers Thursdays, and on today's review, yeah, we're going to see how crazy it can get. 7 little minifigures become one giant mini-robot combiner thingy. Yeah, that's going to happen. We're doing this. Alright, first off, I want to look at not Mixed Master. Freaking Demolisher, who was actually my favorite of all the robots in the movie because he was just giant wheels, and he was, a steam shovel. So, pretty cool, pretty awesome. I like the whole, little design here. It works, it's great, and he actually transforms into a little cool thing on 2 wheels, which a lot of people hate, but I freaking love it. So for his transformation, the easiest thing to do is just pull apart his scoop shovel, as such, push back his wheels, keep folding him out till you reveal his face, flip around these panels here, flip around these panels, push in his actual little arms here, which are the shovel itself, and then fiddle around with the wheels till you actually get them into the right place and right position, which can be a pain in the ass. Once fiddling around with the wheels longer than you need to be, you finally get Demolisher in the right place, which is pretty cool, pretty awesome, and goddamn decent. Problem is, over time, his arms do get loose. But, I like it, he's cool, his wheels actually roll, so you can't really bitch and complain. I mean, the wheel rolls. Makes a little weird jarring sound, but it rolls. I like it, it's cool. Next up, I'm going to look at Mixmaster because, well, he's just a bitch in general. I've never liked him in his Voyager form, except when he had that little cool cannon mode, but the toy sucks. But transformations overall, really freaking easy. I mean, you just pull apart his body and crap, flipping him around, pulling it apart, flipping it around, pulling it apart, locking in these arms here, flipping it around, pulling it apart, so on and so forth. And yeah, he's pretty damn easy. I'm pretty sure this is long haul because, my god, flatbed, easy. I mean, what the hell? Yeah, so this transformation, another easy one. Pull him around, pull out his little thing here, pull out his little waist, pull down his arms, fold up his shoulders. Long haul. Yeah. As you can see, when it's Legends line, it's a really easy transformation. Now, I always confuse the names of these two. I'm pretty sure this is Scrapper, and this one is Rampage. But, that's the problem when you have similar vehicles in the goddamn transformation in general. Flipping around, yet again, flip the face over, flip the freaking shovels up. Oh, look, the arm's falling out. Probably going to need to use some clear nail polish. And there you got Rampage. Rampage just looks like crap. He just looks like a giant T. Honestly, I don't know what the hell he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be like a stake in the ground or a jackhammer. Scrapper is a lot cooler when transforming him into robot form because, well, he just honestly looks more appealing in robot form than any of the other ones do. Because he actually looks like a goddamn robot. Why do I say that? Because, I mean, he looks like a goddamn robot if his arms would just come apart. Dumbass robot. Oh, that's why I have the legs blocking him. Ha! My fault. Now, to make him sturdy, I usually flip the shovels around for his feet, because it just helps him stand a lot better, flipping the whole shovel ends around at the end here. Just keeps him sturdy, keeps him standing better, and he looks overall quite nice. In robot form, him and probably Demolisher are the best looking ones. I think this is probably our next best looking one here. And I don't know why the hell I can't think of his goddamn name. And as usual, I figured out what his name was because, well, this actually is long haul, and that's Overload, the exclusive in this line, since Devastator's only made of 6 parts originally, but in ROTF he's made of 7. So, That's my bad. I tend to forget these things just because, well, I can't really remember Devastator's combiner parts names. Just one of those weird things I've always had with the franchise as a whole. I've only remembered him as the Constructicons and Devastator, which is probably a bad thing. But when transforming him, he actually is a little bit tighter than I thought than the last time I played with this figure. I mean, the other night when I had these out, they seemed quite loose, but right now, transforming them, they're very, very tight for some reason. I don't know. I don't recall if I did anything to try to tighten the joints or whatever. I don't know. I probably did something stupid, and it's making them tight. But, yeah, Long Haul looks cool. He's a cool little miniature robot, even though in the movie he's one of the biggest. I mean, honestly, all these things are pretty damn awesome just for being Legends. They look pretty accurate to their, screen counterparts as best as they can. And, I mean, with Hook here, he's probably the most adorable-looking figure in the entire line just because of how crazy he gets when he transforms. Because you have to push in the actual crane here, if I recall which way to do it, to make him look a weird little demonic, demented demon thing. Now, once actually transforming our little robots, they look pretty cute and adorable and cool in their individual forms. Honestly, they look amazing, and I really wish the actual Supreme toy was able to do everything. I kind of wish that, they would have been released through various versions of Deluxe and Voyager to create that ogre or monster from the movie. I actually liked the idea of him being an ogre or a demon thing in his combined form as Devastator. So when combining it, it's kind of a difficult task because you actually have to put a lot of these things back into vehicle form to do so. So I'm probably going to skip out most of the transformation just because you got to reverse transform these guys to make them go into Devastator. But honestly, the little robots are really cute and cool. It's probably the highlight of these toys, which makes me like them in their individual forms more than their overall arcing structure, just because as a toy, it doesn't connect real well to make that monster of a demon. But anyways, let's get into that big SOB known as Devastator. Alright, and now I have all the parts reconfigured to combine into Devastator, which is actually a real crazy combination for Legends figures nonetheless, because honestly, they should actually be breaking into each other and destroying one another just by how its combination sort of works with pin joints. Anyways, nonetheless, let's get this thing started. First off, you take Overload, attach them to Long Haul and Rampage. I hate the way it sounds when you connect them because it always sounds like they're breaking. Now your legs are in place. Yes, there you go. You then take Demolisher, and combine him into Overlord. Hopefully it slides in without any trouble this time. I know in my initial take, it shot off and almost broke. And then you combine the wheels into the back here with his arms in the back of Long Haul. Or I should say Overhaul. I don't know why I want to call him Long Haul because of the flatbed. And this one Overload because, he's big and strong. And the arm popped out again. God damn it. Hate that about this figure. This arm always pops the hell out. I just think it was a defect that happened with when it was with Visible Ninja. Once putting the legs and torso together, you plug in the face. That's what I normally like to do. I like getting the face in first. And what I normally like to do is this front end, the bumper, and the front end of the cab area that isn't used for his face. I just pull this back and clip it around here just to take away some of the extra kibble. Now, as you can see, his face is fully revealed, where then you take Scrapper and plug him in to get your second arm, and you plug in goddamn, I want to keep calling him Hightower, but you put in then Hook, not Rook, into the other arm as such, and you get Devastator, which is actually a pretty nice little bastard, if I may say so myself. Just looks pretty cool. Not so great, but pretty damn decent compared to what you get in the Supreme line, which kind of was crap in general. But I like it, and it's neat. And so we finally come to our final evaluation, in which, I gotta say, Legends Devastator is kind of a little hassle for, being a combiner and a Legends character. Legends are very simple, but it is a tedious transformation nonetheless between all 7 little minifigures and putting them all together to create this hulking monster. honestly, I like it. It's one of the few Legends that I really adore and enjoy. It's just cool, it's great, and I honestly like it more than the Supreme figure. I would have, or I should have gotten this back when it was at retail, but just never really had it in me. I thought it was just, kind of a joke until I actually saw a lot more reviews of it and heard how well this figure was. And I sought after it, which I found out these things can be kind of a hefty price, because Overload is a exclusive to the set, so that was the only way to get him, as I heard, in North America. So people were kind of pissed, which also explains why the price skyrocketed. So when I was able to finally get it off of my friend Visible Ninja after doing, I think, a mini plot trade, it was completely just awesome, and I enjoyed it. It is a little loose just because of the pin joints that are used into the construction of it, and how the actual limbs plug into the actual overall creature that is our movie's Devastator. But it's nice, it's cool. I've seen a lot of people use this mold to make cooler customs to give a more articulated, almost movie-accurate Devastator, compared to, like I say, what we got in the Supreme line. I really compare it to the Supreme line because it's the only two versions we got. There were never other movie Devastators out there where you use actual characters to combine them, so you'd have, the full triple change effect where you have vehicle, robot, and combiner form. But this is the only one that grants you that ability. Now, I know there is a knockoff company that took the Legends molds and scaled them up to, like, Deluxes or Voyagers, and I heard it's, like, a beast if you ever get your hands on it. I don't know how accurate that thing is. I saw only a video of it, and it looked pretty damn awesome. So if someone out there knows how I can get one of those knockoffs that is like an upscaled version of these Legends figures, please tell me, because damn, that looked cool. Honestly, it's just great to have. I like the little minifigures. I like the ogre form, but I don't know which one's better. Sometimes it really just depends on how I pose the figure that makes me like it, because not all the individual forms I like, whereas some of them I like more than the actual overall robot. It's a give and take. It depends on the day, like I say. It just depends how I have the figure in its formation, or how I have the individual figures look in comparison. It's pretty much, a flip of a coin. Nevertheless, I do recommend that people get it or keep it if it's already in their collection, because yeah, this thing goes for kind of a hefty little price, and the Takara version looks more badass than this because they add a little more paint to it. They add a little bit more paint into the actual shovel and scrapper, and more details to the face, more red tint and hues to it to give it its full facial reconstruction to look more movie accurate. Hell, that's one of the best things about Takara is they give it the right paint jobs, and that's the only downside I have about American products is, yeah, that paint really is lacking. Nevertheless, you can check out Transformers Thursdays every other week here on my channel, and watch all my other videos here or on Hirotaku.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'll see you next time with more reviews.